Hey, thank you for coming by Tori Magoo 44. It is July 26th. Can you believe it? It's almost the end. We're like way in the middle of summer, almost towards the end. It's amazing. It's zooming along, like I always say. Anyway, hi. I hope you guys are all well. Things have been really rolling along. Lots and lots of wonderful things are happening. And today I want to concentrate on some of the front groups, specifically the WISE International Group. One of the people I had dinner with recently was sort of speaking out. He's an anonymous person, and he was telling me how he felt Scientologists were basically very stupid and airheads, and they didn't know what they were doing, in so many words. And it really hit me, that people actually still think that way. That was one of the advantages of the critics, who was a group of people before Anonymous, because the critics really researched Scientology, met Scientologists, learned about it, so they had a really good understanding of it, as some of the Anonymous people have. And I really appreciate that, because nothing could be farther from the truth. I've had talks with people that are academics who study cults, and they say one of the things that's often misspoken about is saying they're stupid, and actually people in cults have often higher IQs, which is why they're successful. They're looking for something else, right? Now, granted, you get into Scientology and you start giving them all your money, and that success can change, right? And WISE is one of those people that definitely feeds on people that have money, right? That's their thing. And if you want to learn about mind control and how it really works, one of the best references I'm going to show you it's called Thought Reform and Psychology of Totalism by Robert J. Lifton. And underneath it in little letters it says, A Study of Brainwashing in China. Which I know it sounds like, well, this isn't the same, but you would be surprised and amazed at the amazing information you would get if you read this book. It really, truly is educational. But for people that are doctors, dentists, lawyers, chiropractors, really any professional person that is making a good career, one of the groups that'll contact you that is under the umbrella of Scientology, even though they often lie about it and pretend like they're not, is the group from WISE. And they'll basically tell you they can 3 or 4 times how much money you're making. They'll show you how to make referrals, which they will, but you can also get that same information down at Barnes & Noble for like $20, right? They've got how to keep statistics, things like that. All of these things are in books that are very easily accessible and don't cost thousands of dollars. But the one thing you can always check with, if you're not sure and you think, I wonder if these guys are Scientologists, you can ask them and say, are you using the Hubbard management technology? And they will tell you if they are or they aren't. And if they are, that's Scientology. They are Scientologists, and one of their ultimate goals, no matter what they say, yes, their goal is to help your business. But basically, their real goal is to make a lot of money off of you, even though they themselves believe they're helping your businesses. But in truth, they're charging you exorbitant amounts of money to help your business with stuff that you can find out and do all by yourself, or with people that are much less money. Okay, the other thing is, they're saying that the other real goal they have is to get some of you onto the bridge to total freedom, which is over at the church. So if they say, why don't we have lunch? We'd like to take you over to Celebrity Center. That's a good cue. They want you on the bridge, right? And when that happens, if you're married and your wife is saying, I don't think you should spend this much money, or your husband is saying to the wife, either way, listen very closely to that. Don't go to that lunch, because you know what happens there? They sit you down and they basically, it's real heavy mind control. And it does end up where it's sort of like, and I've had people call me and tell me where this happened, and the offer was either get rid of your wife or get her on board, or get rid of your husband or get him on board. It's kind of like an either or. It's not like, oh, okay, your family doesn't like it, but, we'll get you going. I mean, that isn't how they work. It's like Tom Cruise said in his video, you're either in or you're out. And that is really how Scientologists believe. They do. You're either in or you're out. And if you're out, bad news, right? If you're in, Good news. You're on the right track. That's what they believe. They really do. And most of them have no clue what you know. Many of you out there know much more than they know. So I hope you keep learning about it, because, you know, nothing can be sillier than to be calling people names which makes you sound just like they do. That's what they do. They call anonymous names. They call critics names. They call like Scientologists names. That's what they do. And it's like, don't be in that boat. You know what I mean? Start learning and be smarter than they are, okay? Get educated on what is a cult, what creates that, why do people get into that, okay? And I would tell you more about it, but I have to run. I'm going somewhere. So have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you all soon. I just wanted to say hi. Bye-bye.